something better, it ended up in the film anyway. Doesn't mean I like it anymore. But fortunately, there's a bright side to this. Because of the highly complex airbrushing, only a few people in the world have tried to replicate this car. And if they've done it, God bless them. It's quite a feat. I know what it is. But I want to be clear on something. I don't just dislike this car just because of its looks. I dislike it because there were many other JDM cars we could have and should have used for this role, as I mentioned. So this one is a giant miss for me. Could have been so much more. Now we're up to number two, and number two on my list is pretty much every Dodge Charger they've used as filler cars in these movies since about Fast 5. I'm not talking about the old Dodge Chargers, the 69, 70s, and so forth. I'm talking about all the Chargers they've been using since Fast and Furious 5. Sick and tired of it. I'm done with it. I'm over it. We've got to do better. Hey, Universal, we get it. Dodge is paying for product placement, but when these movies keep showing Dodge Chargers that look like they just rolled off a dealership's lot, it's time to start thinking about changing it up. And now, without further ado, the number one car on my list, which won't surprise anybody, it can only be one car. One so heinous, one so hideous, one so absurd that it is loathed and ridiculed by every human on Earth over the age of 13. What car am I talking about? Of course I'm talking about Little Bow Wow's Volkswagen Touran, better known as the Hulkmobile. Should be called a Hunkmobile because it's a hunk of... I think director Justin Lin was trolling with us. We clearly had a little fun with this one, given that he was a huge fan of The Incredible Hulk since he was a child. Hey, I get it, man. I was a fan of Pamela Anderson back in the day, but I never built a car with a pair of giant hands on the hood. From the fuzzy hair on the roof to the odd hand gestures that I guess were supposed to look like fists, but to me they look more like someone was pleasuring himself. Some of the cars we have seen in this movie seem cool to us at the time, but with age comes wisdom. And today, most of us are now old enough to look back at these cars through a new lens. We have to realize that some of these cars were never great even when they were new. But we grew to love them because sitting in a theater in front of a big giant silver screen, Universal somehow made these cars cool. This has been the magic that Universal has created during the franchise's 20-year run. And some of us are still spellbound by this wizardry. That's what makes this franchise fun to people of all ages, even to a cranky old guy like me. Hope you enjoyed my little look at these cars, and I hope you watch my other videos. And if you're liking what you see, please smash that subscribe button. Thanks again, everybody.